these children who feel like they are alone, they feel they are guilty because of the crime their parents committed.
I think that it will help us, we children of prisoners, to unite together as one and have the right of seeing our parents in prison, because we sometimes take long without seeing them. Some can take even 10 years when their parent is in prison.
About the international network for children, I think it would help us because our rights are going to be advocated for, like right to education, a right to parental care, a right to express themselves. It will help us to get direct contact with our parents who are in prison. They will help us to make life worth living for us in the societies that we live in.
I feel that the children of death row inmates are oftentimes not given the recognition that they deserve. I think just simply having the network will validate their issues. Having it at an international level will also shame our United States government at an international level to do more.
That changes the conversation completely when you take the focus off the prisoner and focus on their child. What the UN can produce around this is only ever as good as the information that it has about what's actually happening on the ground. And we can do a certain amount in Geneva, but there's two of us sitting at a computer working out what we can do. And we do not have the knowledge and the skills and the expertise that you all have. But what we can do is try and bridge that gap between what's happening there, both feeding back what's happened so far, but also encouraging you to find ways to feed your information in so that the independent expert bodies and the political bodies of the UN, the Secretariat of the UN, are making good decisions and strong policy statements that can then be used by you to make change for children.
It does not matter the color of our skin. It does not matter where we were born. It does not matter what our educational level is. When people go to prison, we are all dealing with those same issues. The children of prisoners anywhere in the world are dealing with the same things. And together, if we can incorporate all of the outreach that we all have, all of the programmings, whether it's a ministry program, whether it is a community outreach program, together we can make a difference. And so working together internationally is what I feel we need to do, and I will support it 100%.
Individual nations can learn a lot from working collaboratively on behalf of children.
Getting this network set up and running, I'm thinking we are gonna encourage or to make some people start up such interventions like we do. Not us going there to start up the work, but we can tell them and they can be able to do this kind. So I'm thinking that how can we help other children? Yes, you are here in the United States, you have got good interventions, in Europe you've got good interventions. But we need to think about the other children, because a child in Africa, a child in India, a child in China, a child in Belgium, if they have a parent in prison, they are the same. So how can we help them? That's why I have on my heart. I'm thinking about those children every day. And I've never seen them, but I don't know why I have a heart for them. How can we help them? If we came together, we can help all the other children. That's what I have on my
heart. These networks are not only important for what we inspire among ourselves or how we contribute to each other's work. They're crucially important for children of prisoners. Children of prisoners experience the impact of parental imprisonment differently. As we know, every child is unique. Children come from unique circumstances. The countries, customs, services within which we work are all very different. And so children's experiences are very different around the world. But there are some universal truths, I believe, regarding children of prisoners. One is that children of prisoners are all likely to be impacted by the stigma of having a parent in prison. The second thing is that children of prisoners are all likely to be considered the forgotten victims of crime. And the third thing is that children of prisoners are all invisible. No country that we are aware of actually counts children of prisoners, and therefore in the eyes of many, children of prisoners actually don't count. And if there's one thing that an international network of organisations and activists can do for children of prisoners, it's to make sure that we confront the stigma that children of prisoners are impacted by, that we make sure they're not forgotten, that if they are not able to speak on their own behalf, we become their voices, we become their hands, we become their eyes, and we become the people that will act on their behalf. And in this way, we make sure that they're not invisible. And this is why this international network is absolutely crucial.
I'm so aware of organisations across the world which are doing fantastic work with children and prisoners in very difficult circumstances very often. And as Francis and I have been looking around the world at organisations which are working with children and prisoners, it's been so exciting, the responses we've had. Suddenly, Gonzalez emailing us from Uruguay and Skyping him, and Werner and Liz in New Zealand, and it just feels like there's so much going on, so much good work.